Hi coaches, Ron Siliko here. What I want to do in this video today is talk about the concept of man-to-man ball line defense. It's certainly a concept you can use, whether it's man-to-man, zone, combination of defenses. But the concept of ball line is this, and I first heard Tubby Smith talk about this, and I really like the concept, and I use this with my teams because I believe it offers you the best of the pack defense and the on the line, up the line defense, because you can be in a combination of both. It's very much a hybrid in terms of concepts. But what it means by ball line defense is if you look at the court vertically, like we've got outlined here, wherever the ball is on the floor, horizontally, that's our ball line. And what we want with this is we want 5 people behind the ball line. So wherever it is on the floor, we want to have 5 people ahead of the ball. That was a term that we always use with our teams, was get ahead of the ball, outnumber the ball. So the way we do that, just to illustrate, is just depending on position. If the ball is here, this is the ball line of the court. So if you notice, we do not have any defenders that are above that ball line. If we had an offensive player out here, we still would maintain that defender below the ball line, so we're ahead of the ball. You can see we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people ahead of the ball. So the concept consequently becomes, wherever the ball is, we get 5 people behind the ball. So I mentioned this allows us the capability of being on the line, up the line. You can see in this case we've got all our defenders on the line, up the line, and on the line, up the line means if you would roll the ball to another player, your defense is somewhere off that offensive player that's receiving the pass, and they're in the line. If that ball got rolled, the ball would hit the defensive player. So you can see on the line, up the line in all our scenarios. Now if the ball goes to the wing position, now the ball line changes. This has now become the ball line. So regardless of where the offensive players are, we are now below that ball line. So now you can see we very much are in a pack type situation where offensive players, it's above the ball line. We've got our help defender right in that gap because they're below the line. And then we've got our off-ball help. Again, we're outnumbering the ball, 5 ahead of the ball. So that's the concept of ball line. And again, whether you use pack line or on the line, up the line, I like the ball line philosophy because it very much is a hybrid of both. These are some things to think about in teaching your team as you're developing your philosophy that are important. First of all is how you're going to play the post. How you play the post, Dick Bennett always says, is going to dictate how you play defense everywhere else on the floor. Are you going to play behind the post? Are you going to front the post? Are you going to 3/4 the post? Are you going to shade the post? How are you going to help off the post? Are you going to double team the post? Are you going to go big on big? Are you going to go big? Are you going to double team with a smaller player? Are you going to double team with the feeder? How you play the post dictates how you play everywhere else. So you have to really think about how you're going to play the post and then build your defensive system around it. How are you going to play ball screens? Are you going to hedge? Are you going to go under? Are you going to trap it? Are you going to be situational based on scouting? If it's on a great shooting guard, you go underneath. If it's a great shooter, you go over. Great ball handler. And a team that doesn't have other great ball handlers, maybe you trap the heck out of it. But how are you going to play ball screens? Off-ball screens. Are you going to switch? Are you going to maintain matchup integrity? Are you going to chase? Are you going to go over? How are you teaching the helper or the guy that's guarding the screen? How are you teaching the helper to help? Your help position, a lot of times it's based on level of play, perhaps at a higher level, you're not getting right on that midline of the floor with your help. Maybe you're on the edge of the paint. But how are you teaching your players to be in help position, midline versus paint, versus getting the player they're guarding? How are you going to help off shooters? A lot of teams, even if the ball's here, this player, if this is the shooter, is going to be maintaining, whether it's in your face defense or staying close to that shooter. They're not going to leave shooters. If the dribbler comes here, let's say we're playing face up on the shooter, that guy is not going to help. We're not going to leave the shooter. So how are you going to help off shooters? And then what's your pickup point? Are you picking up a half court, 3/4 court, full court? Again, regardless of the situation, if the ball's here, you're still maintaining the ball line concept. So if there's offensive players behind the ball line down here, you're still in the gap, and you've got the player in front of you. So those are the things to think about when you're trying to decide your defensive system. Those are the points to consider. But again, that's the ball line concept. It's getting 5 people ahead of the ball and then trying to create, when the ball is on one side of the floor or the other, trying to create a 5-on-3 situation. Another point I forgot to mention is you need to decide how you're going to go with the ball. Are you going to push it to the side? Are you going to play it straight up? Or are you going to force it to the middle? Are you taking away strong hand with the player all the time? Whatever the case might be, you have to decide on guarding the ball, how you're going to guard the ball. So let me add that as well. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, please email me. Have a great day.